Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my good friend, Seth Ajee.
What's going on, man?
Nothing too much. Just about to do the show with one of my good golfing friends from back home, working at Rock Creek.
Used to, man.
Oh, yeah, used to back in
Just
the day.
left.
Did we meet while you were on the golf team? You played, what, Coastal?
Yeah, I mean, I think you were doing carts, and it was, I don't know, you might have came back from the summer whenever I started working up top.
Maybe.
In carts or something like that.
Yeah, because I think you worked carts how long?
About a year, a little bit less than.
Yeah.
Not too long.
Because I came back in May, and you were already working down at the bottom. But, dude, good times working at Rock Creek.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to wait a second till – actually, Pride and Joy is playing right now, so we can go ahead and get into the music.
Oh, Pride and Joy.
Oh, dude, Pride and Joy is such a great way to start it. But we've got so ladies and gentlemen, to all who are tuned in, you can listen to the music on the show on WEGL 91.1, whether you're in the Auburn area or if you want to check it out on the stream. We've actually got it playing in here on WEGLFM.com. That's just the letters and then FM, then put .com. You got a stream link if you want to listen to the music that we're talking about. You're welcome to do that. But if you just want to hear us talk, that's all you got to do. Because if you're watching it, then you're already doing that right now.
And probably listen to the music. But,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, most people like listening to music, but I wish I could have brought that radio.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better. But,
did you see it while you were at my apartment?
Yeah.
Oh,
There it goes.
There's Pride and Joy. Because I don't think the mic can pick it up, considering where we're sitting.
Yeah.
It's not looking like it because I'm checking our levels, but Pride and Joy, man. Tell me why that's the first choice.
Well, so I was a kid. I was trying to figure out. I was probably 8.
Mm-hmm.
And we were hanging out at my grandparents' house, and we were doing something outside. And my first cousin, his dad, had this old green Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah.
And he had the door open and started playing the radio. And the song came on. Blew my mind. I had never heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan yet. And, man, I've been following him ever since.
Mm-hmm.
He's the greatest blues guitarist of all time. Hands down.
I can't put no hands down because I think everyone's got like their own thing, but he's up there. No doubt.
Well, you know.
You got beef with Clapton, right?
Oh, I do. I got big beef with Clapton. Let me tell you something.
Tell the audience about it.
So, I'm probably going to murder this, but I heard one time that the night that Stevie Ray Vaughan got killed in a helicopter crash, it's like 1986. Or no, it was 1990 or something like that. And him and Clapton, some other guys, they were playing a show. And apparently Clapton had to leave early or something like that, so he took Stevie's helicopter. Well, then Stevie gets done playing. He's in a hurry to go back to wherever the God's name he's going.
Yeah, wherever the blues guitar is.
And he gets on the helicopter, and they end up crashing. So I've always had beef with Clapton because, you know, one, I could do without cocaine. I've heard cocaine enough times. But don't get me wrong, Clapton's amazing at guitar. You know, transcended the art, really did. But it just doesn't beat Steve Ray Vaughan, man. I can listen to all of his songs all day long, every day for the rest of the year, and I'll never get bored of him.
My foot's tapping back here. I don't even know if you can hear it, but I can't even help it. There's certain songs, like this song especially, literally any Stevie Ray song, if it comes on, it's that foot tapping.
Yeah.
Like, you remember Texas Flood?
Oh, God, dude.
Oh,
another
Texas
fantastic
Flood,
one, man.
Every time I'd pull up to Rock Creek, if we were going to play golf, I would roll my windows down, turn this song all the way up. Because I knew you'd be on the putting green. You'd always be down at the putting green, and I'm rolling up.
Talking about driving fast with music blaring too loud. One time, I was playing, some people think Jimmy's better than Stevie, and that's all good and fun. Jimmy is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But I like Stevie's version of Voodoo Child a lot more than Jimmy's, just because it's a lot harder to.
Yeah.
And
one time, Black Hawk Down.
Huh?
It's in Black Hawk.
Yeah,
Down.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. It's one of the greatest things ever, man. Like, that's one of the things that always got me pumped up as a kid to go in the military. Is whenever they start loading in these Black Hawks to go into this war zone, and Voodoo Child comes on. But this one time, I got in a skirmish with one of my exes.
Yeah.
And I was going back to meet up my buddies down at our cabin that we have on this big old farm that I grew up on. And
out in where?
Out in Flomaton.
In Flomaton.
Yeah. And I was heading back home, cabin's on the property, you
Yeah.
know. And I was a little distraught, a little angry. So I started blaring Voodoo Child, and I come in. I was gonna act cool, like I was gonna just drift up in
Mr.
the
Smooth.
dude. It was a little wet outside. I hit this grass, dude. The tail end of my truck almost took the porch off of this cabin, dude. So close, so close.
How old are you?
I was like 17 or 18, something like that.
I mean, I haven't been there literally, but I understand. I
Yeah,
know your pain.
that's all you can do, you know.
Yeah, that's all you can do is you can say that you understand. Because I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and just dive into another thing because there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like talking about like what's really going on. But audience, if you're going through something, I understand. Seth here understands. Just take it easy. I try to do a little bit of a good message on here.
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
Just because we're talking about music. We ain't talking about no war. We ain't talking about.
I mean, we can't.
No, we ain't.
I
talk
could
about
sit there and
like
talk
that.
about that all day.
We can talk about Lenny.
Yeah, talk about Lenny, dude. Another great instrumental by Stevie Ray.
I found it like this summer. I don't remember where.
Really?
Yeah, I had never heard it before this summer.
Oh, jeez, dude. Between this and like, I know Rude Mood, his other really popular instrumental, like they won a couple awards. It's so good though, dude.
It's so good. I listen to this pretty much every time I'm at work, just because I can focus on this and not like worry about what I'm doing with working. Because I mean, you hear that. Well, I can't even. I don't want to like reach over and turn it up. I know the microphone's not gonna pick it up. I'm doing it anyway. It's just too good. Like sometimes a song is too good to leave the volume down.
No, yeah. I mean, this thing is. It really says something that somebody can be so good and not sing a single lyric, and the song still be this good. Dude.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
I think that with like soundtracks too, because I'm big into soundtracks. I was listening to the Interstellar one yesterday. I had a friend of mine like send me a Snapchat of him like, you already know what's going on. Listen to the whole soundtrack on YouTube. I was like, oh man, I'll probably listen to that thing like every time I study because it's got the good like piano instruments in it, all that. Just sometimes songs don't even need lyrics, man.
No, they don't. They don't. Sometimes they don't, and sometimes the lyrics make the song. I've always been more partial to the instrumental side of the house, but lyrics still go a long way.
Oh yeah. We, I think it was Emma, EJ, and I were talking about like songwriting.
Yeah.
And I can barely write music, but writing lyrics, dude, I don't understand how maybe it's because I'm not good with English. I'm really not. Like those classes, I struggled in them. But dude, when it comes to creative writing, props to all songwriters yet again. We'll throw the shout out there for that one.
I mean, everybody that's into music, they try to dabble in it sometimes. Like I even tried, and now everything I wrote was horrible. In retrospect.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
It's pretty much just poetry, really. And if you like that side, the art side of the house, I mean, it's the way to go. If you just like to drive fast and crank the volume up,
oh, dude,
you stay with the instruments,
I know, dude, driving across the Bayway back home, taking the Bayway, listen to something like this, full blast. I'm not even going to say what speed I'm going because I know my parents might be watching. I'll let them just guess whatever that number is. It's not as high of a number as you expect it is. My car does not go as fast as I wish it could.
I was talking to my parents the other day, and I was telling them how like Motley Crue, like Kickstart My Heart. Anytime that song comes on, I instantly start driving faster.
Oh yeah,
like subconsciously, just start flying.
Oh, there's like a motorcycle revving in the back. Wait, no, that's
it's something. It's something in the back. I don't know if it's a motorcycle or car or whatever, but
I played Home Sweet Home last week. The Woodstock Hour. That was good. Oh,
they were good. They were good, man.
I'm still trying to get some new music, like new stuff on Woodstock Hour, because I find new classic rock all the time. I didn't think I could, but there's plenty of it out there.
I mean, my dad the other day showed me some other band that I'd never heard of. Of course, we had a long conversation about who they sounded like because they sounded like everybody in the 80s. But,
Who was it?
It was April Wine was the name of the band. They had the song that he played was I Like to Rock, and it sounded like every other 80s hair band, but it's still good. You know, like they knew what sold back then. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so they kept making it, and it's still good music. But
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah,
If
but
the formula's
at
working,
some point, man, we lost what Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, what those guys were doing, and then
oh, dude,
we started getting a riff rock bands. They're good, but you know, they're not so much artistic to a point. You know.
now we got Whole Lot of Love playing. So what made you choose this one?
So I had a lot of problems like trying to figure out which Zeppelin song I wanted to pick. You know, because you know we could play Stairway to Heaven,
Mm-hmm.
but Stairway to Heaven plays every 8th hour on the hour on every rock radio station. And so does Whole Lot of Love, but I also didn't want to pick a song that was 8 minutes long.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
so
Whole lot of. What's the one on this album that's got like the crazy drums in it? It's on Led Zeppelin 2. I can't think of what it is. It's not Heartbreaker. It's not Whole Lot of Love. God, I cannot think of what it is.
Jeez.
It's gonna that's gonna ruin me after like it's gonna be going on. In my head the
we
whole
have
time.
phones, JP. We could look it up if we needed to.
Are you gonna be the one to reach for it?
I mean,
I haven't picked mine up yet.
I'll go.
All right, yeah, you go.
I don't care because we're trying to figure something out here. But
yeah, might as well. I don't really care about using my phone during a show, but I know like the moment I do is sometimes it can like throw off.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the conversation keeps going and nobody's just sitting still, you know,
as long as there's no dead air of just
I mean, that's the main thing.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite one? Like, do you have a favorite Led Zeppelin album when it comes to 1 through 4?
It's hard to pick, man. Like two's got Heartbreaker and Whole Lot of Love, you know, and that's still early Zeppelin sound, you know. So, but I mean, Stairway to Heaven is so good. I know it's so long, you know, but
is that Moby Dick? Is that Led Zeppelin 2?
Yes, Moby Dick is on 2.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin 2 is definitely my favorite.
Led Zeppelin 4 though is, I mean, Black Dog is on there. Stairway to Heaven's on there. It's. Now, of course, we're only talking about the hits. I'm not a deep Zeppelin guy, so I couldn't.
Going to California is another good one.
Yeah.
I don't know all of them off that album. I don't know all of them from 1 through 4. Houses of the Holy is probably like my favorite after that era. Because they got the Rain Song, No Quarter, Over the Hills and Far Away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to pronounce the rest of them. One of them, it's like DYER Maker. Apparently, it's like the British pronunciation of Jamaica. And
really?
I don't have a British accent, and I can barely say Jamaica myself. So we're going to go ahead and skip over that one. And then, well, I mean, we can still talk about some more Zeppelin before we get into that commercial break. Because, like, the timing's a little off with this.
Yeah. Zeppelin is, I mean, Robert Plant is such a good vocalist, dude.
Oh, yeah. Greatest frontman of any band of all time.
Oh, I mean, I don't really know who else I'd put above him. I mean, Freddie Mercury is probably the best vocalist that's ever lived, like to a T. God, this is why I picked this song right here. This kickoff of this solo has inspired more red light running in my time than anything else, But Zeppelin between Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, what they did for the music industry is so much. It's just I don't have words. It's so good,
This really, there are no words to describe the talent that they had. Like Robert Plant's solo career, insane. Like Big Log, I absolutely love that one. It's like Through with the Two-Step, Ship of Fools. There's so many. Dude, Ship of Fools, what you laughing at? That's a good song.
The reason I'm laughing is because I thought about, recently I found, I'm a little bit late to the game on these guys, but Greta Van Fleet, I found those guys, and I thought they were good. They are good. They're very good.
They're good.
But dude, they have gotten some crap from a lot of people because they, at least like Safari Song and that one that made them famous. Which one? Highway Tune.
Highway Tune.
Dude, if that's not Robert Plant, I don't know who is.
He kicks it off with just yelling the whole time, right?
Yeah.
That's the one where he yells like the first 10 seconds.
It's amazing, but like you look at like what we're listening to right now, like Whole Lot of Love. That vibrant like sound going back and forth in between your speakers in the car, like they took that and mastered their record to sound just like that. And I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but they caught a lot of crap for it because it sounds like they're copying. But
yeah, I mean, I saw him in concert back at Hangout 2018, and they do lip sync. So he didn't even
Oh,
sing.
really?
Yeah, the music was live. The music was great.
Yeah.
Those dudes are talented musicians. I
Oh,
think guitar started playing it behind something. I don't know what it was, but he tried to do what Stevie did, and it's hard to steal Stevie's moves,
I did
man.
see a video of that kid do that, dude.
Mhm.
Like I seen him throw it behind the head and start playing like Stevie. I did see that.
It's hard. I can play
I didn't know the
Guitar
kid
Hero
lip
that way.
sync though, dude. That's a little disheartening. I thought they
Yeah.
were.
It definitely hurt me after that concert. It hurt my fanship for that band. I was like, man, this is so disappointing. And I don't go out of my way to listen to them, but if it's on the radio, I'll listen to it because I guarantee if I turn it to something else, it's gonna be. See, I'm not even gonna say it because I know if I say a band like that, it's gonna offend someone.
Yeah.
I got to be careful with it, man.
Yeah.
Coming up next, though, we got one of my favorite albums, The Hotel California, Victim of Love. How
Yes.
come you chose this one?
Well, so another reason that I picked Whole Lot of Love, it's the same reasoning behind I couldn't pick. Hotel California plays, I said Stairway to Heaven plays every 8th hour.
Every
Hotel
6th
California plays every hour on the
Yeah,
hour on the radio. Fantastic song, Joe Walsh. One of the best guitarists,
Oh,
dude,
Joe
so
Walsh,
good.
dude.
So good. And what's his name? Is it
Don Felder.
Yeah, yeah. The dual neck guitar. That old video of them playing. I don't know if it's in L.A. or something like that, but Joe Walsh has got that little bandana on his head.
Yeah.
That video, they're just so good. But my dad is a very big Eagles fan and got me into them whenever I was younger, and I wanted to pick something that was short and that still had some kicking guitar solos. And "Victim of Love" is one of the best riffs on that album, personally speaking.
So good, man. Is it Hotel California, the live performance you were talking about? Is that the one where they're going back and forth on the solos?
Yeah, I mean they kind of do that. They kind of go back and forth, but the thing about those bands back then is that you listen to the album and then you go watch them in concert, and they sound exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, it seems like most of the time, you listen to somebody on a record, when they use auto-tune and stuff so much, and then you go listen to them live, they don't sound anything like what they sound on the record, But those guys did, and so good. But the Eagles,
good.
my dad's always been a big fan of them, and he likes a lot of their newer stuff now. But I still like this stuff, this old stuff, and then the Greatest Hits record. These two.
Is that the one that looks like a record? The record is.
It's got the eagle head on it. It's like a boned eagle head.
Is
it's
it the blue one?
Yeah, blue.
Dude, the blue one? Oh, that's the one I have in my car.
Yeah,
that's
dude, so good,
the
man.
Greatest Hits. That's before 1971, I think it is, because they got multiple Greatest Hits because they're that good.
Well, it's like Kiss, man. They've been famous since the 60s.
God, they're so good. And them and I think Don Felder. I was watching some video on YouTube. I think it was Dwayne Allman who taught Don Felder kind of part of the guitar and the slide guitar.
Really? I didn't know this.
Dude, rest in peace, Dwayne Allman. You know anything about Dwayne?
The Allman Brothers, man?
Everyone knows the
everybody
Allman
knows
Brothers,
the Allman
bro,
Brothers,
but,
man.
Dude, Dwayne, I didn't even know he was the founding member. And he died, I think, 71.
It's him and
Greg.
Yeah, Greg Allman.
I love
Great
Greg Allman.
vocals too.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
They're
better than Skinner. I said it. I don't care.
Oh, that is a hot take.
They are.
I don't want to I don't want to make a decision on if they're better or not. I think they're.
You've started playing guitar, dude, and if anybody that ever picks up a guitar, they hear if somebody that doesn't play guitar comes up to them and they say one song every time, it's like, you know how to play Freebird or Sweet Home Alabama,
Yep.
and you hear that enough times, or you have to hear it played enough times, and it's just. It gets so old. I mean, don't get me wrong. Freebird, Sweet Home, they're good songs.
Ballad of Curtis Lowe.
Ballad of Curtis Lowe, dude. Eric Church cut that song one time.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic.
That song's so good.
Fantastic.
They have another one. I had another DJ from here, who showed me a song by them. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's from I can't think of the album. I'm not very familiar with Leonard Skinner myself.
I mean,
Like,
I know like the hits and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
all the stuff that made him popular back in the day. But
This song was so good though. I'd never heard it before, and it was from one of their like original albums before they got.
it wasn't like Tuesday's Gone or something like that.
No. That's one of the hits, man. I love Tuesdays Gone.
Yeah.
It's a little long. I cannot deny that Tuesdays Gone's a little bit long. But
Well,
I'm gonna find it because
A lot of people won't say Freebird's long either. But you know,
Or Bohemian Rhapsody. They didn't even want to play it on the radio whenever they first produced
don't you
it.
hate that, dude? Whenever they take long songs and they cut it on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
they do this to Brothers Osborne.
Yeah.
Like stay a little longer. That's like a 6-minute song, dude. And because TJ, the brother, or is it John, the guitarist out of the two, he has like a 2.5-minute solo, and it's kicking. But they cut it off short on the radio. I don't like how the radio does that. But,
The song's called "Am I Losing"? Do you
I
know
don't
what
know.
that is?
I don't know.
Am I Losing? It's from Nothing Fancy. You ever even heard
I
that album?
see. That's what I'm
man.
gonna get scolded whenever I get home for
And
not knowing this stuff.
It's so good. And another song from Led Zeppelin too, "Bring It On Home." That's another good one.
Yes.
I
Yes, it is.
had heard it before, but I was like unfamiliar with it whenever I heard it recently because I had a guy come in here and play it for me. I was like,
Yeah.
Where's this one been? Did I skip over
I'm
this
telling
one?
you, dude. You go through life and you keep finding stuff from back then, and it's all so good. You know.
So good. I hate skipping
to-
over stuff because I know you don't really like that much of rap music, but there's a Drake song called "Pound Cake."
Yeah.
You know Pound Cake?
I don't. I probably know it if I heard it, but you know.
Pound Cake. It's got Jay-Z, and then there's like a second half of it, and I've skipped the second half every single time since I've heard it because I don't like the way it starts off, and if it doesn't like catch me, like if it doesn't catch my ear, then I'm just gonna skip over it. Oh, you hear it?
Oh,
Hotel
yep.
California's
Hotel
playing
California,
now,
dude.
That 12-string guitar, make it sing.
Oh,
dude.
it is glorious.
I wish we could turn it up so the microphones would pick it up. But if you want to hear the song, I'll go ahead and remind y'all yet again, if you're listening, check out WEGL 91.1 FM at their little radio voice. Compared to just like the
I do
regular,
not have a radio voice, that's for sure.
man, a voice is a voice. As long as you're using it for good, that's
Yeah,
all
but
we
you
ask.
know that like hyped up voice that those guys. It sounds like they're car salesmen. You know,
Oh,
like
I can do it. I can do it real quick.
I mean, hit me with some like, check us out at WEGL. You know, like
I actually recorded a station ID, and it's probably the cheesiest use of the radio voice that I've ever used it for.
yeah.
And it's like an eagle cry, or it's technically a hawk because like,
Yeah.
that's what the animal is. But the cinematic, the call kind of thing, it's that, and then it's me saying like, "You're listening to WEGL."
Yeah, that's
It's
stuff,
like
dude.
that
That's what I'm
right
talking
there.
about.
You
It's
gotta
so
throw like a little bit of that in there,
that low octave
low,
range. You know,
real low.
You know.
I wonder how this show's doing on Facebook right now. What's
There-
up, audience?
there's no telling.
Let's see.
There's no telling. I did not
we
tell
got-
any of my family that this was playing, how to find it. But knowing my mom being on Facebook, she's probably already found it.
I mean, I don't think we're friends. I think you have to be friends with me on Facebook to watch it there.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch it on YouTube, y'all feel free to check out The Real DJP. It's got a very similar logo to the one that I've got on pretty much every platform. It's that
Right.
same kind of JP logo. Dude, I think it looks so cool. I appreciate the guy who made it for me. I don't even know if he watches the show very often, but wouldn't be here without that dude, man.
So to back up a little bit, my best friend back home just texted me and said Clapton is better than Stevie Ray. Logan, you are wrong, son. It's not even close. I've heard cocaine. You know, it's great.
You can do without it.
But I could do without that for another 30 years of Stevie Ray Vaughan playing, dude. By a long shot.
You said the first time we talked about this, just like, you know, I could have just do without like the music. We could have got like an extra album or two out of Stevie Ray.
Oh, easy.
I can't live
Easy.
without Layla though. I love that song. That's the Woodstock Hour intro right there.
Yeah.
Dwayne Allman's on that song too.
Yes.
He plays the slide guitar, like that whining kind of sound
Yeah.
that's in all the solos. That's Dwayne.
Yeah.
Such a good guitarist, man.
The slide guitar, when done right,
When done
is some of the
right.
best playing.
I'm trying to learn how to use it, but it's hard. It's very difficult.
I mean, my buddy Logan, man, he's so much better than me at playing guitar. But he would break out that slide in guitar class back in high school, and
Did he do it?
oh yeah, it's easy. You just got to. He just he hears it. He plays by his ears. He's so good.
Do you know Justin Johnson? You ever heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, if you look him up, he's got videos of him doing the slide guitar with a shot glass.
Yeah,
It's
people
sick,
grab all.
dude.
I've seen some banjo playing dudes, from middle of nowhere Kentucky. They'll pick up like a moonshine glass or something, start playing.
Speaking of Kentucky, that's where Sturgill's from.
That is where for
we'll
man
get-
Sturgill Simpson. Love me some Sturgill.
Meta
dude.
modern sounds in country music.
Oh,
We'll be talking about it in a second. but
I know. We'll
I don't
get
want.
there.
I don't want to skip over. Don't let me down though.
Oh, so whenever it comes on in a minute, I'll tell you how I found that,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll tie into some of the other songs I picked.
All right, but I got a question before we get done with this one.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between Don Henley or Glenn Frey, like the singers, you have a favorite. It won't offend either one of them because they don't watch the show. That I know.
Well, yeah, I'm not worried. And which one died? Was it
Glenn
Was it
died.
Glenn Frey
Yeah.
died? Yeah. Sorry, Glenn. I know you're looking down on everybody, but I like Don Henley, dude. He's good.
We're sorry, Glenn.
Glenn is fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
so good. But
peaceful, easy feeling.
yeah, but it's not.
But Don,
It's not this though.
Don has that personality in it.
Yeah.
It's like how Freddie Mercury did.
Mhm.
Plant had something different. It wasn't like a personality the way that Freddie did. 'Cause
Yeah.
Freddie was like everything he did had an exclamation point on it or something like that. But Robert Plant had just a different vibe about him.
Yeah, well, I mean, like nobody had done that stuff before,
Mm-hmm.
man. Like, it's just like whenever Van Halen came out. Nobody had ever heard stuff like that. I know. I heard a story. Matter of fact, Sturgill told it. Heard it on Rogan one time with Sturgill Simpson, and he said Van Halen was like opening for Black Sabbath back in the day.
Yeah.
They came up, blew the place up, like blew the whole place to
Mhm.
pieces, blew everybody's ears out, and Black Sabbath comes on, starts playing, Crazy Train or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody left because they had just seen what was next.
Mhm. They'd seen one of the best shows probably ever, and then they got Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying
yeah,
nothing
Black is
bad.
good, but it's
There's nothing
Ozzy
bad
Osbourne
about
is
Black
good.
Sabbath.
Don't get me wrong, but it's like I was saying earlier. It's this riff rock stuff.
Mhm.
I could do without it.
This is my favorite part.
This solo
Oh,
where
yeah.
they start playing together
And it fades out
Oh.
because this is the one I'm talking about. Because I don't remember what the two guitars are. I know one of them's a Telecaster,
Mhm.
or I pretty much
one. Well, so not Joe. Joe had a Telecaster.
Mm.
In the video that I was talking about earlier with the bandana, Joe had a Telecaster, and his name escapes me again.
Don Felder.
Yeah, Don Felder had a double necked SG.
Yeah, that's
You
the
know.
one I'm talking. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm thinking of. And you got Don Henley playing the
drums
and singing.
not missing a beat, dude.
Oh my god,
Not missing a beat.
dude! I got. I've talked about my friend Nate on the show. He's got this
Yeah.
roommate Joseph. I know Joseph's not watching this. But Joseph, you are a talented musician, and I'm telling the world your name right now because we'll try and jam out on like Friday nights.
Yeah.
Sometime. Just if we're not here, we're jamming out somewhere. And we're jamming with this dude, and we took him to the music shop with us the other day.
Yeah,
Let him hop on the drums. Dude,
he's pretty good, huh?
You ever seen someone who's like really good at the drums play the drums?
I've only got to experience people that are eloquent at keeping a beat,
Mm-hmm.
or adequate rather. I never got to watch. I watched YouTube videos of Neil Peart from Rush, dude.
Yeah.
That dude knew what he was doing.
Oh, Rush is.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Tom Sawyer, man, I've never seen drums be played that fast in my life.
Oh, dude. I've got another friend of mine. He goes to UAB that plays the drums.
Yeah.
He might be even better, man.
Really?
Yeah. Like this dude that I know, I just met him like probably a month ago. He's great
Mhm.
at it. But whenever I was hanging out with this dude up there, because I got some friends in Birmingham that've got like a little bit of a band going,
Yeah.
and I walked in their house. This is like the first time I'd gone up there to go visit these guys last year.
Mm.
And I walk in the house and I see like all the drums and everything. I'm like, oh, there's no way. This is legit. I walk in the house 11 o'clock at night because I left Auburn. I don't know why I left so late. And I get there. It gets around like 12, so an hour passed, and they're like, y'all want to jam out?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, what's happening right now? Because I had never been to their house before. Hadn't seen these guys in, like, months. And they're about to jam out at midnight, and he just takes over on the drums. It's
a beautiful thing to watch, dude.
Oh, my gosh. Because there's so many different kind of drum, like, instruments in front of you.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about drums is the hi-hat. Like, you can't hear it much in this song. Like, I can't think of anything on the top of my head that's got a crazy hi-hat in it other than Lithium by Nirvana. That's the one that keeps coming into my head. I love
Jesus.
Lithium, man.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, that came off wrong when I said I love Lithium. I like the song by Nirvana. Well, Don't Let Me Down is about to end on the radio, but tell me why we got it on the playlist.
So I've been on a big John Mayer push lately. And I was watching YouTube, and John Mayer and Keith Urban played this song on this video that I watched, and I was like, this song is so good. Mm-hmm. Who in the God's name wrote this song? I looked it up. Of course, it's the Beatles.
Yep.
The only band that Seth's never been that big into, just because everybody knows the Beatles. Everybody knows like Hey Jude and stuff like that, but I've just never been too big into him. But John, dude, John's got such a good voice.
John Lennon.
Oh God, dude.
My favorite one's George. George is always gonna be my favorite.
Yeah.
John, I gotta say, John's probably my least favorite, just because he was a horrible person. But dude, do you know anything about what he was
I heard that he was more of like a sloth, just sort of stayed home with what's her face,
Yoko.
Yoko. What's her name?
Yoko Ono.
Japan's
Yoko Ono.
Now, one of my buddies from back home, Matt, he goes to UAB. He's a ginormous Beatles fan.
Yeah.
Ginormous. And I just never got into him that much. It's just because I had Stevie, dude. I had Stevie Ray Vaughan. I didn't need no Beatles.
He's all you needed. He's the only one you needed.
I'm a little partial to Americans, just partially.
Oh,
rather than
we can't help it. We're from the United States.
Like the British invasion was a good thing. Done a lot for music.
Amazing. It was an amazing thing. But you cannot deny the American sound that Bob Seger is.
Oh, God.
Bob Seger, Against the Wind.
Some Turn the Page.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude.
Turn the Page. I've only ever listened to the live version. I've never found a studio version.
I found this version a long time ago, back, whenever we used to download songs off of LimeWire. My first cousin, Jonathan, he had this version of Turn the Page on there. I don't even know if it was a cover band.
Yeah.
It sounded just like Bob Seger, so
East of Omaha.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's unbelievably good. I don't even know how people come up with stuff like that.
I have no clue, because no one writes anything like it anymore.
No, nobody
all been done.
Nobody writes music anymore, man. No, except for Sturgill.
Good old Sturgill. Sturgill's coming up.
Is
we
he?
got Sturgill playing right now.
Oh, is it Sturgill?
It ain't all flowers. It'll probably come on in just a second.
Yeah, okay.
So it starts off with like the reverse sounds.
Yeah,
something
dude.
like that. Meta modern sounds and country music.
Sturgill is he's in the Sturgill business. He does whatever Sturgill wants to do. And my best friend Logan back home, one that told me Clapton was better than Stevie, he we were down messing around at the cabin.
Yeah.
We have a cabin on our farm back home. It's where me and all the boys would hang out. And Logan said, "Man, I found this guy, and this album cover looks horrible, but just give it a chance, okay?" And he played this song that's fixing to come on, Ain't All Flowers. Blew my mind, dude. I didn't know this is Sturgill is probably the best country music singer. Like just his voice. It's probably the best on the face of the earth. That's a fact.
That's a big claim right there.
Well, I'm just saying, dude. Like
like his voice more than Stapleton?
Stapleton stays on a range where a lot of people can't stay.
Yeah.
Love Stapleton. But Sturgill, man, there's that. It's just a lot more. Stapleton's a lot more soulful,
Mm-hmm.
But a lot more bluesy. But Sturgill's just this down home, back in the day Kentucky,
Kentucky, man.
Kentucky bluegrass stuff, man. He writes all of his stuff bluegrass first, apparently, and then he goes in the studio and they just lay it all down,
Yeah.
and they go in for a day or two and master it. They get it. They make stuff like this.
It sounds so good too. This is definitely one that I'm gonna tell the audience to listen to. It ain't all flowers. Sturgill Simpson.
By Sturgill Simpson.
This is my album recommendation of the week. Like I try and listen to at least a new record or two, like every week or so. This is the one of this week. Redheaded Stranger was the album last week.
Willie Nelson, one of the greats.
Willie, good old Willie. Dude, love Willie Nelson, but Sturgill, man, like you were saying, how Stapleton kind of stays on that same range. He can really kind of expand.
That's what I'm saying. Like you had his first album was very traditional country music, and then came out with Meta Modern talking about turtles and
DMT.
mind expanding drugs and stuff like that. Everybody probably thought he was crazy.
Yeah, that's what I read an NPR article. He's like, well, I'm now labeled the acid guy of country music.
Yeah, I mean, like the songs, like sure it says stuff about that, but it's not about that at all.
Yeah.
You know, it's more about the journey through life rather than just doing drugs all the time. You know, but and then his next album was like a soul album from like Motown sounding so good. And then you got his newest album, which is like a Japanese funk type album. It's good, it's harder rock than he's ever done. But
do you know Coulter Wall? You know Coulter Wall, right?
Like it's ringing a bell.
Do you know? I can't even think of
why does that sound so familiar?
From the plains of Saskatchewan, Canada. I can't remember. He's got like a funny Instagram bio talking about where he's from because he's like Canadian country music.
Yeah,
and it's good.
Yeah,
Coulter Wall is really good.
I know that name. I don't know.
He just released a new album, I think, like less than a month ago.
Yeah,
but you should definitely check it out.
Probably worth.
I think you'd like it because it's kind of got that Sturgill modern yet Western outlaw country sound to it, and I love the outlaw kind of sound.
Well, I mean, a lot of people used to say Sturgill sounded just like Waylon. You know, I mean, on his first album, like, yeah, you get a little bit of that, but he can branch off and do so many more things vocally than I ever heard out of Waylon. You know,
I like the version of In Bloom.
Oh yeah, that's off that third record. That's Soulful.
That's the third record?
Yeah, that's
okay.
What's the name of it?
I can go find it real quick.
It's
I've always liked the Nirvana one. I found that song. Let's see, In Bloom, Sturgill. I don't want to play it in it. A Sailor's Guide to Earth.
A Sailor's Guide to Earth. Yeah,
That's
it's
so cool.
Well, he made the record for he just had his firstborn son. He wanted to make a record, sing to his son. That's why a lot of the songs are really slow, almost lullaby-ish. You know.
Yeah.
But In Bloom, he messes up the lyrics at the end.
He did?
Yeah, he had to write Courtney Love or somebody. Had to write them and ask permission because they had done cut the record, before somebody pointed it out. Rather than going back and trying to recreate what they already did, like he just wrote them a letter and to the family. They let him do it.
Dude, I'll never forget listening to In Bloom by Nirvana when we were playing Rock Band.
Rock Band,
back
dude.
in the day.
I was fixing to say.
Rock Band was the shit. You see, I don't really curse on the show much.
It was,
you
though,
cannot
dude.
deny
It was.
that Rock Band was the shit. It was such a good game. The drums were awesome.
Oh.
The guitars were better than the Guitar Hero ones. Come at me. If anyone disagrees, they can come at me.
That is where, I found that I had a little bit of rhythm. Because I played the drums, dude. Danny California.
Oh,
Let me tell you something, son.
Classic.
I would play that on Expert. I'm like 12 years old, dude. I'm playing that on Expert, not missing a beat. Okay? Don't know how, but now I can get on there, and I wouldn't know how to play the drums at all in that game.
Keeping a beat's hard. It is so challenging.
I mean, double, triple kick drums, in a row. Trying to keep up with snare drum stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know how people do it.
Dude, the Allman Brothers had two drummers.
I know. That's why they're so good, dude.
They had Butch Trucks. Do you know who Derek Trucks is? He's like the modern Dwayne Allman when it comes to slide guitar. He's in Tedeschi Trucks band.
Yeah.
Dude, Derek Trucks can absolutely shred the slide guitar. I'll play a song for you later on. It's called Midnight in Harlem.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. But they had Butch Trucks on one set of drums. I can't remember the other guy's name. But do you know "In Memory of Elizabeth Reed"? It's like it's another one of those songs that doesn't even have lyrics. Absolutely fantastic, dude.
I would not doubt it.
It's so good. Because I was looking up, like, I don't even. We're supposed to be talking about Sturgill Simpson, but let me go on a little tear about
go
the
ahead,
Allman
go ahead.
Brothers
We
real
got two
quick.
Sturgill songs.
Dude,
We'll get
we
him back
got-
in.
We're on Turtles all the way down right now. Well, on we are. On the delayed stream, it's a little bit behind, but
Yeah.
they used to write their music in a cemetery. Like, that's where they would play. That's
Really?
Yeah.
That's I wouldn't want to be there. You know, messing with some stuff, dude.
That is
Yeah.
definitely a bit spooky. It's too spooky for me. I mean, it's not October yet, but we're still gonna talk about a little spooky stuff.
A little bit of spooky season.
Oh yeah, and the first album, the one that's got Whipping Post on it.
Oh, it's
that
such a great song, dude.
Whipping Post, and the album cover was taken in the cemetery,
Mm.
and then Idle Wind South was the second album, but Elizabeth Reed was the name of one of the tombstones, headstones.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was Dwayne that wrote that one, and he wrote it by the grave, so that's where the title comes from.
Yeah.
Is he was just writing the song, and I guess he looked up, saw he's like,
This is a good idea.
in
you know?
memory of Elizabeth Reed. That's probably my favorite Allman Brothers song.
Mm.
Idle Wind South, that's got Midnight Rider on it.
Midnight Rider.
Good old Midnight Rider, man.
Another. I keep talking about people that cut other people's songs, but Kenny Wayne Shepherd cut Midnight Rider. You ever heard Kenny Wayne? Oh, dude,
I don't know who he is.
you won't like modern day Stevie Ray type stuff. I mean, he's like early 2000s. But,
yeah.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd got two songs: Blue on Black, Deja Voodoo, and then he cut Midnight Rider.
Mm.
He doesn't sing or anything, but he's just as good. He's a little faster than Stevie was when it comes to playing guitar.
Have you heard of Joe Bonamassa or Joe?
Bonamassa.
Wow, I butchered that. Can you say that one more time?
Joe Bonamassa. I think if I butchered that, I guarantee it. Logan will call me out.
Yeah.
That's one of his dad's favorite people. They went and seen him. He's insane.
He's got this song called "The River." You know, down by the river.
Yeah.
And it sounds almost exactly like When the Levee Breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I heard it, I was like, there's no way this song is not from 1979 or whenever Led Zeppelin 4 came out. And I was like, this song came out in 2003.
Yeah.
The River by Joe
Bonamassa.
Joe
I
Bonamassa.
think. Hopefully I'm not murdering that.
We're going to hope that we're saying that the right way. If not, we apologize that we do not know how to pronounce your name, Joe, even though I know you're probably never going to even hear about this.
No, not for a second.
I always try apologize because there's definitely an off chance someone's listening.
Somebody, so this is somebody's great uncle from three marriages ago or something. Yeah.
And then I get a text or an email, this asshole got my name right. Nah, that's has yet to happen. But I'm trying to make sure I don't let it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I got respect for all these artists, dude.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Did you?
What?
Did you mess up my name at the beginning on purpose?
Did I?
Yeah.
I said Seth a G.
No, it's not a G, dude. It's EG. All you gotta do is say the
You're
first two letters.
kidding me.
First two letters, man.
EG.
EG. I thought you were just playing.
It's not a G.
No, God, no.
It sounds the
I'm pretty sure
same.
I got called that, at a little league baseball game a time or two.
A G.
Yeah,
EG.
a G. Apparently I'm Italian, French, all this other kind of crap too.
Hey, guess who just liked the live?
Who?
Shout out Big Steve.
Oh, Big Steve.
Big Steve watching,
Oh.
man. Good old Big Steve. Thank you for liking the video.
Yes,
We
sir.
Appreciate
Yes,
it, man.
sir.
Currently playing is Drowning Man, Eric Church. Tell me about this.
So I went up, watched a concert up in Atlanta. It was a surprise for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to see Eric Church. I've liked Eric Church since I was a kid. And we go up there, dude, and we're sitting off center stage. So we're not in the pit, but we're a little bit. So it comes out to the T, you know. Well, right off the left side of the T, we're in the main crowd.
Yeah.
He comes out, starts playing this song, and I'm fanboying out,
Oh yeah, that's Eric Church.
Oh, dude, I was freaking out, man, because all the lights were off, and they just put the spotlight on him, and it looked like he's looking right at us, singing.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he's not looking at me at all.
In your heart, he was.
Yeah, no homo, but I was.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but I was just so. I've wanted to watch this dude. I've had so many chances to go see him, and I never did.
Mm.
And I've always wanted to so bad. And then he comes out and starts playing this song, and whenever it drops on the record, it dropped in the stadium.
Yeah.
And it went from like no lights and just a spotlight on him to the whole place blew up. Now Luke Combs played right before him.
Yeah.
And I didn't think a place could get louder than whenever Luke Combs was playing.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever it dropped and all the lights came on and I couldn't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was so good. I was
Y'all
freaking
were
out.
up front too.
Oh
right?
yeah, we're like
dude.
10 rows back or something.
I bet that was sick.
You know.
I remember Zach Brown.
Yeah.
I told you I would like worked a concert for him one time.
Mm-hmm.
I worked like backstage.
Yeah.
Dude, that crowd was insane. We didn't get there like when he started,
Mm-hmm.
but it was so loud the whole time. Zach Brown killed it. He did a bunch of
fantastic musician, man. Really is.
He covered a bunch of stuff towards the very end, and it was like stuff you would never expect the Zach Brown band to be playing. Like, God, I think it was some Beastie Boys song.
Yeah.
It was like No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Oh,
like
dude,
something
great,
like that.
great song, dude. Great. I love that song.
Shout out Todd. If we're gonna talk about Beastie Boys,
Yeah.
we gotta shout out
Yeah.
Todd.
Oh, Todd Bailey, Bald Todd.
Oh yeah, because this song used to play at Rock Creek sometimes.
Oh,
I don't know.
Todd, tell Chuck I said hey. You know,
Oh yeah,
Chuck's his dog.
If there's
you
a
know.
possibility that you're watching, tell Chuck we said hello.
Yeah. Rub
old
Chuck's
Chuck,
belly
man.
for me, would you? You know, that's the cutest little dog I've ever
Oh,
seen.
that dog is adorable, man.
Oh yeah.
Is Drowning Man your favorite by Eric Church, or do you have a favorite?
You know, I could sit here and say Springsteen or something. The song that really got me into Eric Church was Homeboy, and I was like 12
Yeah.
or something, 8th grade or something like that. I don't remember.
My
I
favorite.
was young.
I like Talladega.
Dude,
It's so
he hates
cheesy.
playing that song.
hates
I've
it?
watched multiple interviews. He hates playing that because everybody wants him to play it. It's like Freebird.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You
it's
know?
the Freebird of his music.
Yeah. Everybody likes Talladega. It's a good song. I don't know, man. Some of it off this new album is very good. Desperate Man, you know, the album name, the song, great song. If I was to go way back though, his first album, you know, Sinners Like Me,
Yeah.
man, some of those songs are so good. Like Before She Does, stuff like that, dude. So good.
Good old Eric Church.
Oh,
They've-
yeah.
so, like,
Creepin's probably my hype song from Eric Church. Creepin' is,
I
I
don't
get
even
you
know that
pumped
one.
up, dude. Oh,
I've never gotten like super into Eric Church because, I didn't like country music till I was like 14 or 15.
well, you know, I didn't even dabble into like hip hop and rap until I got older.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I burned out of that now because I'm more into instrument, you know, like people playing guitar and stuff
Yeah.
like that. There's nothing wrong with rap and stuff like that. It's good stuff. You know, turn on some old Tupac. Everybody listens to old
Oh yeah,
Tupac.
dude. You cannot go wrong with little Tupac Shakur.
No, but I don't know, man. It just never appealed to my disposition. You know, early in high school, everybody's listening to rap, so you throw on rap. Everybody's putting 12-inch speakers, you know,
12-inch
subwoofers in there.
subs. We all thought. Well, did you ever have any in your car?
No, my truck had a 10
Yeah.
that came stock. You know, it's like a Sony sound system, Bose sound system or something. I've got that thing so dialed in, dude. I haven't heard a better set of speakers. You can put
Yeah.
kicker 12s back there. It doesn't sound as good as I've got this thing equalized, okay?
You got it.
I got it down to a science. It is perfect, everything.
Even
enough
in the
treble.
new one or in the old one.
Then in the '08, the red one.
Oh yeah.
I've got now the old truck, my old '94 Ford. First truck I
Forward
ever had.
everything. In this
Yeah,
bag.
everything, dude.
This is the way.
This is the way. That old '94, dude. I tried. Grew up in a little bit of a redneck town, so we had to. Everybody's talking about what jack their truck up. I didn't care about any of that. I cared about like the radio
Yeah.
and the speaker system. And my cousin, he knew how to do all that stuff. I didn't have any money, else I would have decked that thing out.
Mm-hmm.
I just was glad I replaced the stock radio head unit. But got to color customize it to my vehicle.
Oh, dude, that is so cool.
Oh yeah,
You hear what's playing right now?
yeah.
Slow dancing.
Some slow dancing. So the only reason I picked this song, it's a little bit of woey song.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
so,
Slow dancing in a burning room.
but I picked the live version of this. You know, like I said earlier, I've been on a big John Mayer
Mm-hmm.
because you know nobody else does blues anymore, really.
Yeah.
John does his own thing. He's kind of like Sturgill. You know, he's in the John Mayer business. Whatever John wants to do, he does. But really, this song, you know, the ending, the solo, in this
Oh,
live
yeah.
version is so good.
Today was the first day I listened to it because
Oh.
you sent me the whole playlist.
Yeah.
And I'll listen to like a song or two a day because
Yeah.
I can't listen to like all at once because I have to be like in the right mood to listen to a song for the first time.
Right.
And it to be like good.
Got to be doing nothing.
Yeah, yeah. You
Nothing
can't
to
like,
do.
force it, you know?
Yeah.
You can't force trying to enjoy a song. So I was like, all right, I'll throw it on. I was walking back from class. I'm walking across the street earlier today. As this solo came, I was like, oh my God. And then I walked across the road and I was like, I didn't even look both ways because I was so focused on the song. And I was like, damn, this song really caught my attention with that solo.
It's so good, man. John's got such a good band behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Watch a ton of his live stuff, you know, on YouTube and stuff because can't go watch John Mayer concerts. Thanks COVID.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
You know, one of his background singers, dude. He brought Stapleton on while he was in Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
and one of his backup singers, just riffing along, you know.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
This dude came straight out of like Motown, you know, like this dude's so good.
John or just a random dude?
One of his backup
Random
guys
dude?
that's just sort of killing time while Stapleton's trying to get up there and they're trying to get everything, you know, nice settled in. I don't know his name. I need to look it up.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of people knew.
We're looking for this guy. Well, we don't even know who he is.
No,
There's
I don't.
telling who.
I don't. It's
Absolute
one of
legend.
John's backup singers. He plays guitars in between songs.
Get that guy a contract. Get him a record label.
No, keep him with
Please.
John, dude. He's too valuable.
Yeah, dude, you got to have a good like team if you want to be on John Mayer's team.
Oh, he's so good, man.
Is this that?
No, it's actually
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually a little bit past this. This is like the solo that was on the record, but
Absolutely amazing. The Ain't No Sunshine that you sent me this summer.
John Mayer playing
I
live,
listened-
dude.
I was listening to earlier today. After I heard this, I was like, I gotta play it.
No, I'm
'Cause
telling you.
I listened to this one back to back, and then I put Gravity on. I was thinking, I can't hear Gravity right now. I need to hear.
No, you
Ain't
got to
No
keep it
Sunshine.
going, man. You got to
gotta
keep that flow going.
Blues, the boom, doom,
You know,
you know.
John is apparently like plays. You know, he plays with his eyes closed. You know, apparently like he sees colors and stuff. I don't know how accurate that is. Apparently, you know, like some people, you know, you think about what you're doing, you see it in like a picture.
Yeah.
You know, well, apparently like while he's playing, he finds the notes because like, colors or geometry or something pops up in his
I know
head.
exactly. I
You
kind of
know?
know, not like the colors wise thing, but you got a feel for it.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing a lot. Like this happened maybe a month or two ago where I really kind of had that like closed eyes playing the guitar and didn't miss a beat or nothing
Yeah.
on it. And I was just like, where has this been? I didn't know what was happening because I was just sitting on my couch one afternoon. I don't know where my roommates were, and I was just sitting there and I just started playing it. And I just learned this new song. It's it's just like a real basic kind of the guitar thing. It's on a hip hop.
Smoke on the water.
No. It's not Smoke on the Water.
Oh Jesus.
But I played it, and whenever I play a song, I try and find every song on the scale of whatever key it's in.
Mm.
And I didn't even have to
So
do
you're
it.
you're real deep into the music theory side of the house.
I'm trying to get into it.
I
don't
never did,
study.
man. I just wanted to play what I like to hear. You
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, I need to start learning how to play actual songs though, because I was trying to learn how to play Melissa by the Allman Brothers. Just those, it's like a couple chords, super easy, super fun to play.
Right.
But it's hard for me to really focus on a new song now that I do all the scale finding kind of theory part of it.
Yeah.
Because I get frustrated if I keep like messing it up, you know.
Well,
Dude.
you better find another hobby, dude.
No,
because
no. I know.
you will
what
spend hours upon hours just trying to get one riff right
Oh,
one
dude.
time, dude. It's painstaking. It's another reason why. You know, whenever we started playing guitar, I mean, like my buddies, they played so much earlier than I did. But I was just playing a guitar class in high school because that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
But you have those nights, dude, where you just kind of feel it, you know, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
take off.
What I do or what I say is I say it's talking to me.
Mhm.
Like whenever I'm like, she's talking to me. That's what I'll say whenever. Like I picked up that bass earlier. It wasn't really saying much at the time. Earlier I was playing it and it sounded pretty good, but Gravity, man. Gravity just came on. But that bass, because I've talked about it before, the difference with the bass and the guitar is the bass, you really feel it more than you hear it, is what I'd feel when I'm playing it. And if I'm feeling it, if I walk in and I'm like ready to play and it starts to sound good, I'll go 20 minutes straight without even breathing. It's just
I mean,
you feel it, man.
The bass side of the house I never got into. We had this big guy named Eli, real tall, skinny dude.
Mm-hmm.
We had him playing bass in our little we had like a little FFA band, and my buddies that had been playing guitar they were the stars. Logan and Trevor. They were like, they knew what they were doing.
Logan and Trevor.
Yeah. As far as like me, I was just back there. Like, I had little Shelby Peebles, this kid that's a couple years younger than us, dude, and he was better than I was.
Yeah.
And like he would have to remind me like what chord to go to on one of the songs. Like it would change at the same beat. It would change to a different chord depending on which verse you were on.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get it. Like if it was E, I was doing G, and if it was G, I was doing E. And it was it's killing me. So, but we went up and played in like Dothan or something for a competition.
Yeah.
And
y'all are playing in competitions?
Yeah, FFA competition,
okay.
dude. It's called string band, So I mean, I didn't grow up doing FFA stuff. It's just we did it because it sounded cool. Now Logan, he had done string band for a long time, but we go up there and everybody's is the year Tennessee Whiskey got cut by Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing that song, and they're playing old stuff, really slow beat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Flirting with Disaster by Molly Hatchet.
Oh yeah, I've heard it. I don't know.
We came out cutting that song.
Mm-hmm.
We came out playing. That was our instrumental. Logan and Trevor just going to town on the song. Dude. Somebody's got a recording up somewhere. I still haven't watched it, but we played that. We played something else. We played. I'm pretty sure we played Tennessee Whiskey. Probably. We played something else. We played. Was it Take It Easy? It was either Take It Easy or Peaceful
Easy Feeling.
Yeah, it was one of those two. It was an Eagles song. I think it was Take It Easy, but I'm not positive. I'm sure somebody will remind me soon. But
you'll probably get a text from Logan or Trevor.
Yeah, he's been texting me the whole time, man. I keep looking over here. He just told me that my dad told me to shout out my little sister, Olivia.
Shout out Olivia, EG. I got it right.
Yeah, you got it right that time.
All right, I had to make sure I got it right. Consider I got it wrong at the beginning.
Yeah.
But Gravity, the solo in Gravity is another kind of bluesy one.
Yeah, I mean, Gravity is, you get kind of burnt out on songs sometimes. Everybody knows Gravity. It's a great song, especially whenever you first start hearing it. But it's a little bluesy, but it's got a little soul in it. It's a little groovy rather than Marvin Gaye-ish rather than bluesy.
Dude, I love Marvin Gaye, man. I love.
He's good, man.
He's
good.
So good. Tragic ending. But
don't play that around your parents. Don't do that. Don't play Marvin Gaye around people that you don't want to play around.
We were making jokes about it one day at the university club where I work, and I had to help them with doing air raid in the course. And we were playing music, and like one of them starts talking about Marvin Gaye, and I spoke up, and I was like, I'm gonna just pass up next time because they started playing like Heard It Through the Grapevine. And, I mean, I know every word of it or whatever, and I'm like, maybe Marvin Gaye is a little bit of a guilty pleasure type of artist. I want to do a guilty pleasure artist show, like music that Sam Hunt. I don't really like Sam Hunt, but
get out of here, dude.
No.
Hear
me out on this.
Auto tune. He's good, dude. He's okay. He's okay. I just, somehow we lost our way of what country music is somewhere. That's why I'm such a big Sturgill fan. Somewhere we lost it. I don't know when it was. Maybe Garth Brooks did a little something. Garth Brooks is amazing. One of the best record sellers of all time.
Fantastic artist.
But country music took from like this soulful thing, to that everybody's about real life. And then Garth Brooks came in the picture. Fantastic as he is, kind of changed stuff up, made it more,
Poppy.
poppy, and then now you got Sam Hunt, and then Florida Georgia Line, and God,
Yeah,
dude.
all right, we can talk bad about them.
Yes,
I'm kidding. We can't really talk bad about anyone, but I mean,
yeah, they're better than I am. They're making more money than I am.
Exactly. They're definitely making a lot more money than we are. But it's like those artists that, like a song that you listen to whenever no one else is around, or there's stuff like that. Like,
I'm with you.
I don't know. I'll eventually probably do like a Woodstock hour thing for that of like possible classic rock. Because you ever seen that episode of That 70s Show when they get the Styx concert?
I've seen just about all of that 70s show. So
well, they're making fun of them for liking Styx, and I don't know what it was. Like, I didn't understand it because I mean I didn't grow up at the era. But I wish I would. I wish I would have understood the joke with like the actual context of it compared to just like seeing it and figuring it out throughout the show.
Yeah.
The guilty pleasure of Styx, and Styx now. It's not even like you can't even be guilty for saying you like Renegade or you like Come Sail Away.
Yeah, but you can hear it a lot, but after a while,
oh yeah, Come Sail Away.
It's like Kiss, man. You either love Kiss or you hate Kiss.
Yeah,
I'm not a Kiss hater, but it's very riff rocky.
You know another one from Rock Band, this
Which
Kiss
one?
song, Detroit
Rock City, dude.
Oh,
it's a
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, yes, sir, dude.
God,
yes, sir.
Dude.
Back in the day,
absolutely classic. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. We had it on DVD, and we used to have we had like an '07 Tahoe, and it had the little screen in it. Any road trip, the two movies, Paul Blart Mall Cop, Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man.
The whole time.
And we could sit here and talk some Iron Man.
Oh, dude, we could talk about movies. We can talk about Iron Man. But I do want to talk about Starting Over by Chris Stapleton.
So I could pick all of Stapleton's songs because he's so good. But the couple of the songs that I kind of wanted to pick were just a little long. Repeating theme here is I was trying not to go too long on stuff. And Starting Over is his first single off this new album in the last 6 months since his last record came out or something. He's been writing since like early 2000s, so he just goes through the catalog and picks songs that he ain't played in a while. And he's got one, You Should Probably Leave, on this album.
Yeah.
And that song I heard him play acoustically on YouTube one time. And I can't imagine what it's going to sound mastered.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good. Yeah.
But, dude,
yeah, Stapleton's good, man. It's very good.
Stapleton's so good. His episode of Joe Rogan, I was talking to another buddy of mine earlier about it because, Joe's a huge Stapleton fan.
Well, he played what? Might as well get stoned, and Rogan with that with the pot.
Dude, you know how he is with that, and the song is so good. Is the album called Tennessee Whiskey, or what's the album?
No,
called?
the album is called Traveler.
Traveler, that's what
first
it is.
album.
Yeah, because my brother, that's the first record he ever got. Because he got a record player, I think, for Christmas last year, and that's like the original record that he got. And hearing it on a record versus playing it on Spotify,
it's
any record.
It's very different.
Oh yeah,
very different.
Way better, way clearer. And if you get a good speaker with a good record player,
it's just some quality headphones,
new,
dude.
Oh my gosh, man, these headphones are actually pretty quality, I'd say.
Yeah,
I don't really use them. I've got like a Bose pair that I'll plug into like the headphone thing, just because I think it looks cool. I think it sounds better a little bit too. But man, I want to invest in it'll get to a point eventually where I can actually start collecting records. So we've got records all over the wall here, and we've actually got record boxes with records in them in there. We've got a guy, Dr. H, who does a show on the records, like on the turntables back there. Dude, he's got a really cool show. He's been doing it like 10, maybe even 20 years or so.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. He'll come in here, the Golden Oldies. If y'all ever want to check it out, audience, tune in Thursdays, I think 7 to 10. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. It's either 6 or 7, but he comes in here. It's just a good, wholesome show because you got like an older guy playing the Golden Oldies. It's like records, old classic records. He'll read about them, and then he'll just be talking about it while the music's playing. Sometimes he'll like kind of turn the music down a little bit, talk over it. He'll
Yeah.
even start singing, man. It's the
Really?
most wholesome. It's literally one of the best shows that we have on
Yeah.
the radio, other than mine.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we
I'm
can make
kidding.
this as big as Rogan's podcast,
I mean, not even as big, man. I just
no,
like,
man,
as
a
long
quarter
as
of the
people-
size of that would be amazing.
Oh yeah, as long as people can listen to something like this
Yeah.
and get like a good feeling out of it. Like if you enjoyed the show, I really appreciate that. And if you let me know, I will definitely remember you down the line. Whatever down the line is for me, man.
Yeah.
I was looking at a little bit of internship stuff today. I'm
Really?
got some ideas floating around. I'll tell you more about it after the show. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to mention it on here and just throw out all my ideas on the internet. But I've got some.
Yeah, get
some stuff
scolded a
cooking
little
up,
bit.
dude. Oh yeah, because I mean I've always got something running around. I got an idea. The wheel has never stopped turning. Of course,
Yeah.
it'll slow down occasionally, but it'll get right
Every
back up to
every
speed.
so often.
Got some ideas running around, internships, possible jobs. Because school, I know that you're not even doing school because you're about to go to the military.
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll see though if that plan holds course. That's what we're gonna do.
Dude, school it's not exactly the best thing to be in school right now. It's been hard doing all online.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even saying this at all like bad about the university. It's just been challenging having to teach yourself because
Yeah.
teachers will hold Zooms, but it's not the same, man.
No,
It is
I mean
not the same at all.
they're not. I only went to college for a little bit, but really does something whenever the teacher's there. They understand what you're going through, and you can actually have a legitimate. There's something about legitimate eye contact
Yeah.
in person that
Oh, yeah.
changes the dynamic a little bit.
Absolutely. And being in a classroom where I can like sit up front and ask a teacher a question, so like they know that I care about like what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like they'll slow down a little bit. But dude, over the summer, tell my campers and all about like how to like classroom kind of
Yeah.
etiquette stuff. I'm like, if you got questions, sit in the front. If you don't, sit in the back. But like never be afraid to ask questions.
No, never.
But
Never.
I can't ask questions the same way right now. I gotta send an email and then I gotta wait a couple business days to get a response.
It's like ordering something off
Business
eBay.
weeks more like it, man, with
Yeah.
like tests too. Because I mean, I understand for teachers how much harder their job is right
Oh
now.
yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. Their perspective.
Oh,
now they're
yeah.
dealing with all these kids, emailing them all the time.
Mhm.
They're probably.
I wouldn't want to be getting all these emails either.
I would
feel
not want to
for
be a
them.
teacher right now. That's for
Oh,
sure.
dude, I wouldn't want to be a teacher. I don't like being a student right now. Can't even lie. Because, I mean, I kind of understand the emailing perspective thing because as music director, I don't do it, or I am music director this year,
Mhm.
but I've got a co-music director. Shout out Natalie because she helps me out with this job because I did like all the Gmail stuff, get like a bunch of other new music in here.
Yeah.
And having to go through all these emails, I get like 1,000 or so every couple weeks. Like if you do like all the math, it's like probably 1,000 a month or so.
Jesus.
It is a lot of emails. And I mean, that's just part of the job though. So I mean, being a teacher, shout out teachers. Whether you're teaching your class good or bad right now, shout out to you.
Oh, jeez.
I know how testy that little comment was right there.
Oh well,
I gotta be a little testy.
this
with it
day and
sometimes.
age.
'Cause,
This day and
know,
age.
It gets people's attention when you do it, but it is definitely a bit of a gamble. And I try and stay inside the lines. I don't pick sides. I don't pick fights,
Well,
'cause-
sometimes you have to.
On Live with DJP, you know what we do? We
What?
share some live stories, some live emotions on Live with DJP.
Yeah.
I try and mix up how I say it every time because it feels weird saying DJP like I'm talking about myself while I'm in the room. But
Well, it's the name of the show, man.
yeah, exactly. And I got ideas for this show down the road. Like you saw, got a 4-camera setup. We got a 3-camera setup. We're gonna have 3 guests, not 3 guests. We'll have 2 guests next week with your host, myself. Keep an eye out for that. But I want to do 4 cameras eventually, not 5 because we obviously can't have 5 people in here. We don't have enough microphones. But
Yeah.
big things in the works. It's
Well,
gonna
I mean, if you could get, you're trying to pull like what's Rogan do, like MMA night or whatever. Whenever
Oh,
there's
yeah,
like
the
6
MMA
people in one
thing.
room,
that'd be so cool. Get like a whole squad of people because there's another group. I want to do a show with these guys eventually, but they've got like a basketball show.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's 4 of them, so I don't want to exclude one of them
Mm.
and only have 3. So I got a business decision I got to make about that.
Did you bring them on 2 at a time?
Um,
Then sounds pretty fair.
2 at a time. You may have just solved the problem.
Well, that's
Look
what
at
I try
that.
to do.
Look at that. See, you watched that live, audience. You just saw that. Saw a problem possibly get solved.
Well, I mean, I don't really know. You only got 4 of these things, man. You can't.
Yeah, we got 4. We got 2 in there, but we don't do shows from in there.
Yeah.
I could do kind of like a podcast like this from in there, but I'd have to like sit right next to you, and I like the aspect of being able to talk like across,
Big time.
Yeah, we're spread out. We got our social distance on. We don't need a mask whenever we're farther than 6 feet apart.
A lot further. A lot further than 6 feet.
Watch someone come for my neck after me saying something like that. Shoot, we might have to go ahead and end it before I keep
You're
making
just
these
acknowledging rules,
controversial-
man. That's all it is. Just rules.
The rules, CDC guidelines, all that. We follow them. We play by the rules.
As fluid as they are.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching the show tonight. We'll be back next week live with DJP and Friends, number 24. I won't say who the guests are. One of them, you may be familiar with them. You may not. We'll have to see. But thank you all for watching. We'll see you all.